Hello and welcome to the Scratch logo programming module introduction video. So I'm just going to go through a couple of things. So in this topic, we will be using the Scratch website, and it will allow us to create animated shapes. We're going to draw shapes and animate the character to draw shapes. Scratch is a visual programming language, and it's been around for about 13 years now. It's used around the world in various schools and after school clubs, etc. and etc. It's a really good way of you learning how programming works, but it uses blocks a bit like jigsaw pieces, and you join them together and you run the program, and it does various things. You can use Scratch for a lot of things. You can use it to create games, animations, stories. There's quite a lot of things that you can create with Scratch, and it will also allow you to build your skills on understanding into programming. So learning how to put things in sequences of instructions, improving your understanding of organization of programs, where things go, what should come first, what should come next, improving your skills in terms of your problem solving skills. All these skills and knowledge that you will develop in this topic will be a good way of you utilizing your skills in other subjects as well, like problem solving. You can use it in any subject. So there's quite a lot of things that you will develop throughout your time learning about this program. There's two ways you can use this program. So links are in the description. I would make sure that you've read clearly the first couple of pages. I think it's page 1, 2, 3, and 4, where there's two methods of accessing the website for Scratch. Links are in the description. You can register, that's optional. If you want to register, use your Teams username and your Teams and Office 365 email address and password, so you can create an account on Scratch, and then you can save your projects as well if you want. At the start of every activity, make sure you do two things. First thing is you need to activate the pen commands. To do that, so I'm on the current Scratch website. On the bottom left hand side, you'll see this blue square, and it's got a little plus there. And then when you click on that, you need to add the pen commands, and it will appear on the left hand side here. And another thing that you also need to do is change the sprite. So Sprite in Scratch is an animated character. We want to change it from the cat to a turtle. So I'll show you how to do that again. So you should have had a little character there, and you delete it, and then you just go on here on the bottom right hand side where you see a round circle. It says choose a sprite. So you click on there, and then you search for, I think the closest thing to a logo turtle we have is a frog, and we add the frog there. Okay, so adding the pen commands bottom left, and adding a new sprite bottom right. I'll just go through how the interface works, how this website, the program works. Slightly different to what we would be doing in school, because we'd have this installed on the computers. It works slightly differently, but the main things are pretty much the same, to be fair. On the left, these are all your command types, all your different types of codes that you can have. So motion is blue, anything to do with moving the sprite, which is the animated character, are all blue. Looks are purple, so if you want it to do a certain thing for the animation, like say something or think. Sound, which are purple. Looks and sound we probably won't use. We'll use motion. Events, which are like a goldy color. That is if you want it to work by you pressing the green flag, which is there, or you want it to do certain things. Control is all about you need it to wait a second or repeat something. These are your control commands in orange. Light blue are sensing. Do you need it to sense something when you press something? Again, we probably won't use sensing. We'll use control, events, motion. Green are operators. I'll cover more of that in another activity when we get to that. So operators are to do with calculating stuff in the program. And then orange are your variables. Dark orange, again, we won't use that. And then you've got the pen. So the main ones we will use are motion. We'll use events. We'll use control. We'll use operators. And we'll use the pen, which we've added by clicking on the bottom left. This main page here, so that's what comes on the left. Every time you click, all the commands appear, depending on what you want. And this page here in the middle is where you drag and drop your codes and you create your commands by joining it up. For example, you've got that one there and you want it to join to this one. So you join up the pieces. If you make a mistake and you want to get rid of something, you can break the jigsaw apart. So you can break the blocks apart and then you can just either drag it back in there or you can right click and delete. Okay, so if you drag it back in there, it goes away and you can get the other ones like that. If you are wanting to see this a little bit more clearly, if you look on here on this middle bit, when you click on the plus sign, it allows you to zoom in. Okay, so this center section of the Scratch website is where you create your program. On the right hand side, this section is called the stage. So whatever you do here, eventually it will animate it on the stage, which is this box here. And you can make this bigger as well. So if you click this full screen, it'll make your stage bigger so you can see what's happening. And in order for you to test your programs, you've got to press the green flag, which is to start the program, green flag to go, and red flag to stop. So if you start it, green flag, and then red to stop. And this bit here is just regarding the different animated characters, the sprites that you can get. Again, we're using the frog, not the cat, so you can add more into it if you wanted to. But obviously, for our topic, we're only using one sprite. So I'll repeat that again. To make the stage bigger, you can click this. Just so if you want to see how it looks, you press the green flag, it should do some animation. Obviously, at the moment, I've not programmed it. And then red to stop. And when you click back on here, it goes away. Okay.